What's up everybody, it's Eric Drobel here to congratulate you on watching another video. You're doing great watching videos today. Keep it up, don't stop now. I'm here with another animation game dev video, this time going over an idle fidget, which is when the player hasn't touched anything for a while, you know, they're doing their idle cycle and then they break out of that, do a little something. In most games it's like a look around, it's a weight shift, they scratch themselves. With Mary Melanie, she's a neurodivergent character. We want to show that as much as we can. She doesn't like to stay still. How do we show that in her fidgets? Does she stim? What are her stims like? This is kind of a music game, so how do we tie that in? Is she musical? Does she tap on her legs? Does she snap her fingers? Does she clap? But wouldn't it be cool if, like, you know, she knows how to do all three of those at once? I can't even snap my fingers. Pat snap clap. I don't have the coordination to do it. And that's not to say that a neurodivergent person can't have the coordination to do it. I just don't. Melanie can do all this. So first thing you want to start off with is research.
How to do the snap clap thing.
Boom snap clap, boom snap clap, snap boom snap clap, boom snap shh.
Thanks everybody. Using the webcam tool I talked about in my previous video, you can see the leg mocap is miserable, non-existent, but it's doing a decent job recording some of my upper body motion. Like I said, I'm not really able to do this thing, the snap, pat, clap, but I can get the gist of the motion down enough so that I can animate it. Turning off the body mode, I was then able to focus on some hand and finger animation. Here it is before any kind of cleanup. And so now I'm bringing in my retargeted animation, ready for some cleanup. I want to just be really quick and fast. I'm also looking through my POV camera to make sure, you know, that it reads from her perspective. The player is here all the time. We'll be looking into mirrors and things. There will be some moments where Melanie is in third person, but we really got to make sure that the player is not getting sick in first person. So here's the first pass with a little bit of cleanup. I'm getting concerned that the clap goes just a little bit too high, that it takes a long time. We've also lost a lot of the physicality in the body, so I felt like I should go back to the webcam data and try out some of the other clips. Rather than try and do the whole body at once, I pulled some pieces. So for this clip, it was the clap. So now that I got the clap in there, a lower clap, slightly different timing. It's feeling pretty good, making sure that it reads from the first person. But now we have the head motion needs to be cleaned up. There's a turn in there. So here's sort of a first pass round two. We've got different timing. I think this is feeling a little bit better. There's some physicality lost in the body and shoulders that I'm adding in here. You can see the left foot is got some moving up and down, so I have to stabilize the knees and do some ball movement on the feet just to get those legs feeling more sturdy. I'm doing some cleanup on the arms and shoulders. Here I've got hand cams, which I find really helpful for when your hands are moving around in space a lot, but you need to polish them. You could also mute your arm animation, but I just find putting the cameras inside the rig makes it a lot easier. You don't have to keep doing that over and over. I call these things IK helper boxes for the feet. They just, at a quick glance, give me an easy way to see if the knee and the feet are aligned. Essentially, it's just a transparent box parented to the knee. You can see here the way that I would use it to fix. Another big helper I talk about in another video, link in the description, is the laser eye. You can see how easily I can get her looking at the camera. You do have to be careful because seeing what I just did does not always get you a perfect result. It's really best for just tracking movement. But after that, you want to take another pass of making sure that the eye line is actually looking at the camera. And for that, I like to line up my camera to the spot that she should be looking at and use my best judgment from there. Here I'm using Studio Library to get my hand poses in quickly. Cleaning up the finger animation goes way faster if you have a solid library. Here's everything that I have. I think I need some more, primarily because when people are dancing, they make some really interesting strained kind of poses, and I definitely want that kind of variation. So getting to some of the final cleanup, we're not polishing yet, but we're going to wrap it up soon to integrate. I'm just noticing a few things, like the neck from the side is really stiff, even from the front a little bit. So here's an area where I'll use the overlap tool. Right now I'm using it on the spine because you always want to start from where the base of the movement is going, but then I will work my way up to the neck. Doing this, making sure that the settings are high enough, you will get a bit of stabilization in the neck. You'll get a little bit of overlap in the neck. I'm going to take a pass using the IK controls for the spine to just push the C-curve change. And it's really sort of a counterbalancing to the hand movement. As the arms move forward, the upper back is going to tilt backwards, and the converse is true. Using Animbot to blend things, to quickly push and pull curves. I also have a wealth of hotkeys to make deleting and editing curves in the graph editor really simple and quick, setting tangents. Using Animbot's blend to neighbors tool to 100% or any other percent is really helpful for a hotkey to have. One more check in the point of view camera to make sure it's not moving too much. Looks good from this angle. It's moving kind of a bit. This might be too much, but I still want to look at Unreal to see how that feels there. And we're ready for integration. Let's export this FBX. Let's take a look. Oh, okay, there's something I forgot. I'm rebuilding the player engine for production, which means almost everything is broken. The camera's not following the head. It's great we got this animation in there, but this is not what we want. We shouldn't be able to look down and see our own nose. So some blueprint fixing is in order. Now we've got it how it should be. The camera's following the head. We have a little bit of motion on there. We shouldn't be able to see our nose still, but it's fine enough for now. We're really just taking a quick look at the animation. And yeah, you know, it reads. The true question is the camera moving too much? So I'll get closer to things, I'll get further away to things, just to get a gist. Overall, I feel like maybe the side-to-side translation is a bit too much. I could remove some of that and put a little bit more head rotation side to side, but it's close. It's not really making me too sick. We'll tone it down later when we start to polish. For now, it's fine. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, dislike, comment, share, follow the Ko-Fi. Stay tuned for more.